I think it's really important the way we've defined calling. We were going to define calling this way. It's the intersection where the depth of your purpose meets the scope of your influence. Let me say
Mm,
that again. It's the intersection where the depth of your purpose meets the scope of your influence. So purpose is your motivated ability. It's where your passions and abilities overlap. And we would call this the never changing part of your calling. It's the thing that you're doing behind everything that you do. It's the thing that will continue to be true no matter what role you step into. And we're going to help people name that in 2 words. I love, the work that we do on that. And I love every time someone discovers their 2 words. It's a really energizing thing for them. But then if we click over to influence, if purpose is the never changing part of your calling, then influence is the ever changing part of your calling.
mm,
And that is always, growing. That like your families are changing, your family's
mm,
changing, your the people in your ministry are changing. Your circle of influence is very different from even season to season.
mhm.
And so, it's funny when we lead people through this, so many people think influence is what someone else has versus what they have. And even just helping them identify their circle of influence and then think about ways of growing their circle of influence. Like, how do you start living your purpose, your calling out now with the people who are in your circle? They'll start opening their circles up to you, and
Mm,
your influence can continue to grow. But no matter what you do, your circle of influence is changing dynamically. And so we would always say your special calling is evolving
mm,
because there's the never changing. It's getting deeper. Your purpose is getting deeper, but not changing. There's the
mhm.
ever changing part of your influence that is in different seasons, different people.
Right.
But how do we be faithful in actually bringing our best to those circles of influence so that our influence is maximized in a healthy way? So those are all the conversations of special calling that
Yeah.
when we're living in the general or just the specific, we don't take time to dig into.
Hmm.
And it can be debilitating because it keeps us out of what we're going to talk about as intrinsic motivation and only in
Mm,
extrinsic. It's what other people can talk you into. If you're talking to someone else, it's what you can talk them into doing. And so many times without, identifying that personal calling, even our roles with our best intentions become what's expected of us or what someone tells us to do or what someone expects us to do or what someone can motivate us to do. And even if we're faithful in doing that, we lose part of our motivation because it's all coming from the outside. Well, what would it look like if your team, had intrinsic motivation versus extrinsic motivation? This could be a
mm.
huge motivator for teams that actually gives them fuel for the rest of the year that they wouldn't tap into maybe if they're only working on extrinsic motivation.